Nowadays, MMA fighters need to unleash the ultimate athlete within themselves to be learning how to brand themselves as a fighter. Welcome to Creative's Ultimate Guide to MMA Branding. If you ask yourself some of today's most successful MMA athletes what their secret is, they'll probably say endless hours of training. But besides teaching yourself to possess some of the key traits of professional fighters like agility, speed, and endurance, there's another really important thing that you need to do to win your fights outside the octagon: personal branding. Hey guys, welcome to Creative. Here we use our passion for the game to change the game. Every week we talk about solutions that can truly change the business of sports. And today we'll be teaching you how to market yourself as a fighter through your MMA branding. Revolutionize the game, and don't forget to punch that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything in the future. There's no denying that learning some of the key traits of successful MMA athletes like agility, strength, and endurance is important. If you want to do well in the octagon, you need endless hours of training. But what about outside? Taking a look at the climate of the sporting industry today, you'll realize that it's not enough to just be good at your sport. You need to be great even outside the field or the octagon. So, how do you market yourself as a fighter? A lot of amateur fighters think that being successful in MMA fighting means just fighting. And frankly speaking, it's a syndrome common to all athletes of different sports. But if you're someone that has several greater plans besides dominating the octagon, you need to learn how to market yourself as a fighter. Now, let's say that this is something that you haven't thought about for a while. Is it too late to start now? Definitely not. Just like athletes like Mark Hunt and Chuck Liddell, successful MMA fighters who started training around their 30s, there's no age limit to learning how to brand yourself. And if you're worried about having to learn a lot of foreign things, well, Creative's here to help you out. We want to keep things simple, so how can you utilize the traits of fighters such as agility, strength, and endurance in building a brand for yourself? Here's how you can use them to brand yourself the right way. Becoming a branded fighter. First is agility, often defined as the ability to quickly and gracefully change directions. With proper agility, your movements in the cage changes drastically, giving you the advantage of swiftly adapting to the moves of your opponent. The same trait is considered vital when it comes to branding yourself. As you continue to market yourself to prospect sponsors and sports fans, you need to learn how to adapt well to the changing trends around you. Without it, you'll be left behind your competition. Now, how about strength? When it comes to MMA fighting, goes above and beyond being able to knock your opponent out. It also affects how you use your energy during the fight. In branding, your strength is determined by the fanatic support you can share with your sponsors and just how much energy do you spend in promoting yourself. Are you tiring yourself out with simple acts of social media marketing or not? You need to learn how to strategically allocate your resources in marketing yourself. For example, find out what's working, what's not working. Come up with a tone of voice. Come up with graphics and templates from your existing brand guidelines to help you get your strategy done efficiently. Lastly, there's endurance. When agility and strength are taken out of the equation, it's up to the fighter to last as long as possible in order to beat their opponent. And the same thing can be said about marketing yourself. How long can your brand endure the growing competition within the industry? If you want to have a career that can prosper beyond the cage, you need to have great endurance. You need to keep your fans' loyalty to yourself, which leads to you not losing your sponsorships. Now that we've discussed some of the common principles used on successful MMA fights, let's discuss the hows of building a brand. The most important part of building a brand is really defining your fan base. Defining and developing your own brand takes time, but it's an essential move for anyone who wants to build a strong career as a fighter. Start by asking yourself a question of what kind of fighter am I? Define what makes you different from other players out there and figure out the kind of image you want to convey. Figuring out who you are as a brand, the official first step to building it, it'll help you discover who your audience is and the kind of sponsors you should have. And like we've mentioned earlier, the environment of the sporting industry has changed. It's not enough to just be talented. You need to know how to market yourself to truly be successful. Either become social media savvy or hire someone to do it. The hype around social media is true, regardless of your industry. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter bring tons of advantages to your door. If you're yet to turn your private Instagram accounts into public ones, or you still don't have a Facebook fan page, now's the time to create one. Social media is one of the best ways you can connect, engage with your fans, which is very important matter for brands today. You want to make people feel like you truly care about them. By building strong relationships with them, you're ensuring yourself support from them. When you have a strong fan base, you no longer have to worry about whether your new venture outside sports will be a hit or not. You want more tips and tricks on handling social media? We also have that. I'll put a comment in the link below. Reach out to brands you love. When you have all of the foundations you need for your brand, you can start reaching out to brands you want to work with. Not any brands, brands you want to work with. While it's definitely not a thing that a lot of athletes do, it's a perfect training ground for amateurs who want to learn how they can manage sponsorship and gain them in the future. Start small by partnering with some of the local businesses, maybe gyms or local fitness stores, and learn all that you need to learn about selling deals and maintaining those sponsorships. Just like the journey to being a professional fighter, building a brand takes a lot of time and hard work, but you don't have to go through that alone. Creative will be your trainer in building your brand while you build your game in the octagon. We hope you guys loved today's video, and if you want to learn more about the great solutions that can truly change the game, again, don't forget to punch that subscribe button and give us a like. Now, this is Zach with Creative, where business is our sport.